finally I get to sit down and make this video. Anyways, excuse me. Sorry, I'm getting a text. Anyways, welcome back, Tribe, by the way. If you don't know me, my name is Shanta. My husband David and I are in the process of becoming foster parents. So if you haven't watched our other video, pop off, go watch it, come back and watch this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, welcome to our tribe. So I literally have been trying to sit down and make this video since Tuesday morning. I was supposed to make it Tuesday. Yeah, I wanted to make it Tuesday afternoon. So, as you know, if you've watched some of my previous videos, I'm an interpreter, sign language interpreter. And on Tuesday afternoons, I interpret for a student that bowls. So anyways, so I show up at the bowling alley, and typically I'm usually there. I get off at work at a certain time, and my assignment for bowling don't start until an hour later. So I usually take that time to record any videos. So a couple of my videos, you will see that I'm sitting outside of our local bowling alley. So I'm sitting there, I'm setting up my camera, my phone that I'm using, and I go to start recording. Then I get a text from my mom, and she says that my grandbaby fell and busted his head. I will insert a picture after this. I am so sad. Anyways, he busted his head open. Oh my goodness. I text one of my coworkers. I said, hey, can you take this assignment? I was supposed to be there to help train her on, you don't really have to train her, but let her, introduce her to the student that she'll be interpreting for me the month of February. And so anyway, so I get this text, and I text her and I'm like, hey, can you cover me? So I run and I haul butt to home to see about my grandbaby. I live about 20-25 minutes away from the bowling alley. So I was like freaking out. And I actually was recording the video in my car, just wasn't coming out right. So anyways, long story short, let me tell you what's going on. So as you know, my husband and I'm trying to be quiet because the kids are literally across the hall. And our house is pretty insulated, I guess. You can't really hear, but just in case they hear my voice or smell me, they will wake up. So anyways, my husband and I have custody of our two boys. Actually, we share custody with my son. Their mother signed over her rights to myself and my husband, and my son has the boys 50% of the time. So we share custody with him. He lives about 15 minutes away. I hope you guys can hear me. You know what? I am going to try this new mic out. I know this is a bad way to switch it up, but I'm just going to see. I just got this. Excuse me. I'm going to try this out. Give me a moment. That way, if you don't hear me. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Now, you do, I think. But now I have to prop it up. This is insane. I should have thought about this before I started recording. You guys, one of these days, my videos are going to be presentable. And now the phone is sideways, but whatever. Hopefully it don't fall. So anyways, where was I? We share custody with our son. So anyways, my husband, I don't even know where I was. So anyways, as you know, this is the point of the video. My husband and I are in the process of becoming foster parents, and if something goes wrong in a case, then we'll be able to adopt them as well. So we've been at this we started the journey in June, the middle of June, and now we are in November 21st. Around October, I thought that the process was going real slow because we had to keep postponing the last couple of trainings that we had. I think it was like two or three trainings that we needed, but they kept getting postponed, either by myself, my husband and I, or the actual case manager that we're working with. But he had some personal things going on, and I had personal things going on, and we just weren't able to meet up to finish these classes. And so toward the end of October, I just felt like, Lord, am I supposed to be doing this? Is this something that we need to pursue? Because you opened up all these doors for this journey to start, and now it's kind of like at a halt. We literally only did a couple. I don't know. I just felt like things were moving so slow. And then so probably about the 20th or so of October, I was like, ugh, what are we supposed to do? It's being postponed again. So anyways, my case manager finally called me and said, hey, we can meet on Monday, which is this past Monday, and to knock out these last two classes. And so at that point I was like, oh, cool. Well, then an hour before he was supposed to show up, he texted me and said, he said, I have a meeting. I will come after. But when I saw his message, before I even read it, I saw his name pop up. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Postpone it again? And so anyways, ended up not being postponed. He came and we knocked out the last two classes. Yippee! I'm so excited. That's the whole point of this video that I've been trying to make, to let you guys know the update. The update is that we are done. We are finished with all our classes. We did our last class Wednesday, and we are officially done with all of our classes. The only thing that we have left to do, I'm looking over here because my notes. The only thing that we have left to do is do one more walkthrough with our case manager. It might end up being two, but one for sure. And then our initial interview is when this CPS worker come and they will interview myself, my husband separately, and also us together. I asked a few people about what type of questions do they ask. And the questions are actually on my phone, which I'm recording by, so I can't pull them up, but I did jot some down from my memory. So things that they're going to ask are very, very personal. But a couple of them caught my eye because something that my husband and I never talked about. Like, for example, what would happen if you two get a divorce? What would that look like? If you have one child, foster child, 2, 3, 5 foster children in your home, what would that process look like? I never sat down and talked. My husband and I never sat down and talked about this. I was like, wow, that's actually a really good question. What will we do? People don't sit around and talk about divorce, right? Some people may, I don't know. But so that was a really good question. My husband and I still haven't talked about that. But we did both now acknowledge that it is something that we needed to discuss. And that was actually a very good question. Another question is kind of personal, but they do ask very personal questions. And I've been told that they do so respectfully. It may sound funny, but they do ask. Do you or your husband, spouse, wife, whomever, walk around in the nude? Sleeping arrangements. If you have any bio kids, where would they sleep? Where would the foster kids sleep? That's something that they go over anyway because they have to see the room, of course, where they would sleep. But things like that. What are the rules about entering the master room? Our rule here already with our grandchildren is they're not allowed to, in the morning, Monday through Friday, because we both work, they're not allowed to leave their room until I come get them. And my grandson, he's 2.5, and he's so good about that. There is a baby gate that you can just slide open and close it really don't prevent them from leaving, but he knows the rules and he abides by them. I actually have a camera in their room. Of course, when they get older, if they're changing, then the camera will come out. But my youngest grandson, he's 18 months. And 18 months. He's not 18 months. Oh my goodness. He's 9 months. And my oldest, he is 2.5. When they get older, I will take the camera out. But for right now, for my sanity and their safety, I just feel that, that it needs to be in there. I have watched them several times, and when they wake up, he will get up and get his book from up under his bed. Has drawers underneath. He opens his drawer, get a book, and lay back down. Yes, he's 2.5. So it can be done. And I know that every child is different, and so we will play it by ear when that happens, when we get foster children. The rules for our home is you need to knock, whether the door is open or closed. You need to knock. Have 2 knocks, and you need to wait for an answer. If I don't answer, or my husband don't answer, you need to wait. You can sit outside the door, but you are never to open the door without permission, unless it's an emergency. And so then they know the rules, what that emergency looks like. If you take a child who have a different belief, different religion than you, how would you handle that? If you are atheist, which I am not, and you bring in a child that is a Christian, how would you get them to and from church? Would you attend service with them? Because they definitely have to have someone with them if they're underage. And that person, whoever watches your foster children, they have to be a respite provider. And a respite provider is basically a babysitter that is approved by the state to watch foster children. That is all the questions that I'm going to go over for right now, because I don't want to lead you guys wrong. Like I said, I live in Texas, so each questions may be similar or it may be different depending on your agency that you're going through. We're decided to go through a private agency versus the state, which is CPS here in Texas, in Central Texas. Oh my goodness. So the questions can vary by agencies, by state, by community. Community, not community. What am I trying to say? Your area. So yeah. So anyways, I wanted you guys, I'm just rambling. It's 9 o'clock. I'm super tired. I need to go to bed. So with that, I just want to say good night and update you guys. Make sure you like, comment, join the family by subscribing. I'll talk to you guys later. Good night. Bye. Oh, y'all thought y'all got rid of me. Nope. I forgot to add some things. I forgot to tell you guys something. So we have to do, I said that we have a walkthrough with our case manager, 1 or 2. We have to do the interview portion, which is 3 interviews with myself, my husband, separate and together. And then I forgot to tell you guys, we have to do our health inspection. We've been trying to call all over our county. That's what I was thinking of, not your area, your county earlier. But anyway, we have to do a health study for the house, and we can't find anybody. So I've been calling. If you're in the Central Texas area and you had to do a health inspection for your home study, please let me know who you guys went through, because I called the regular county health department. They said they don't do that for foster care anymore. So I don't even know who to call. So I'm gonna call my case manager tomorrow and let him know what they said. Another thing that I forgot to tell you guys is that anyways, some friends, this is so hard to say because I know a lot of people feel that having a baby shower, when you're becoming a foster parent or adoption, is celebrating a loss. While I understand that, in my opinion, I don't think that is so much for us doing foster care shower. I don't think that is so much a celebration. I think for many, I don't think people are going around celebrating the loss, because when you do foster care or adopting, someone has to lose. There's a parent that lost a child. There's a child that lost a parent. While I understand that and get that, homes have to be ready for these precious love bugs that are coming to our home. If you had kids, if you have biological kids already, then you probably are 50%, 40% already there. With people who kids are grown, like ours, my husband and I, our son is 21. Although we have custody of the two boys, we just got them. So even when they came, we had nothing. Family and friends gave us things, diapers. Just like you having a shower, I just didn't have a shower. But it was an emergency thing overnight. So we didn't have time to have a shower, or we would have. But anyways, we're having a lot of family and friends are asking what they can do. They can't do foster care. They can't do respite, but they still want to be a blessing to these children that are coming in. And so what better way is to get our home prepared? So with that being said, I've gotten a lot of emails, a few emails. I'm not going to say a lot. I got a few emails of people who wanted to help. I got a lot of texts from family and friends saying that they want to help. So one of my really, 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 really good friends, she volunteered to throw this shower for us. And so we're going to allow them to be a blessing. When you stop someone from blessing you, then you hinder their blessing, I feel. But also with that, I want to be able to be ready for these bugs when they come. Matter of fact, this is all we have. I'm going to show you. Oh, sorry, their room. My grandbabies are sleeping in the other room, so that's why I'm being really quiet. I said that before. So we are going to be fostering sibling, two girls, because we have two boys. My grandkids, they're in the other room, and they can't share rooms with the foster kids. Just our choice. We don't want them to. Nothing against the foster kids, but we want separate rooms because there's two boys already in that room, and that room is smaller. This room is much larger. And anyway, so we're doing sibling groups. There's many reasons why we're doing that. We're doing sibling group up to 3. But right now we just have it set up for 2. And we just washed the sheets, so this bed is not made. But that is the bed of one. Our grandson's clothes are in here right now, but they're going to be moved out. Because like I said, we just now started. We painted the wall. Each bed, let me get over here. Each bed is going to have, I'm trying to see, a drawer. And the top drawer is going to have snacks. In the last bottom one is going to have small bottle of water. In the middle drawer or the top drawer, either way, is going to be for their personal items that they don't want to share. And so I'll tell you about that rule later. And so that's that. And then there's a second, and my other grandson's clothes is right here. And so that's the second bed with the dresser. So they will have that. In the closet, I'm trying to hurry up. My phone is about to die. Is the drawers have to be coming. I have to get them. But people have already been blessing us with books and clothes and whatever. But there's nothing, you guys. No diapers, no bottles. What am I supposed to do with these kids if they come? What if we get a call next week? There's nothing. Anyway, so that's why we're having a shower on the 30th of this month of November. If you want to be a blessing, I'm not telling you to, I'm not begging you, I'm not asking, but if you see this video and you want to be a blessing, then I will link our registration down below. Love you guys. Be kind to each other. If you can't love one another, at least try to be kind to one another. Love you guys. Bye.